Hi friends! I decided to do this video in front of my little garden here in honor of my friend Lori, who passed away a couple weeks ago. I've been putting off doing this video for some reason. Maybe I just needed some time to process it. But gardening meant a lot to Lori, and she actually reminds me a lot of my aunt who I lost, I guess it's been 3 years ago now, almost. But it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. I met Lori through YouTube and found out that she lived in my area. She was so kind and supportive of me, and she was so excited to be the first person to order my merchandise. I've had 4 sales. 2 of them were Lori. After she ordered a mug, she begged me to make an Irene shirt for her, and she said, "I'm going to keep lobbying for it." And I didn't know at first just how much she was struggling with her health, and she was only 55 years old when she passed away. At one point she broke her hip and she ended up in the hospital for a month. She had to be there that long because there weren't any good rehab centers with an opening, and I felt so bad for her. I would go insane if I had to stay in the hospital for a month, and I made plans to go visit her, but the night before I was going to visit her, Sabrina started to come down with this nasty virus. So I had to cancel those plans, and I thought I would just get a chance to meet her later. Right before she went into the hospital, she had ordered the shirt that I made just because she asked me to. And because she was in the hospital, she missed the delivery and it got sent back to Teespring. I felt so bad. And then when she got out of the hospital, she ordered the shirt again. And then she ended up in the hospital again with kidney failure. But this time Teespring took longer to send it than expected. And so she did actually get the shirt in her mailbox when she got back. And she sent me a picture of it. And she said she was going to send me a photo of her wearing it. And I think it was just a day or 2 later that she passed away. And I thought, oh my gosh, after all that trouble, I don't think she got to wear the dang shirt. More importantly, she was really looking forward to getting back to her garden and her grandkids. She absolutely adores her grandkids and her children. When we talked right before she passed away, she said she was starting dialysis and that it was going to be 4 hours, 3 or 4 times a week. But she was happy she was going to at least be able to do that at home. She was so positive about the whole thing, just acting like it was no big deal. But apparently the dialysis, I think the first time, made her heart stop, and she just went to sleep and never woke up. I didn't know Lori very long, but I'm so grateful for how supportive she was to me and for the many positive comments she left. In fact, she had some comments that made me laugh really hard. So in my video that I titled Reasons I'm Going to Hell, she said, "Oh, if those are the reasons you're going to hell, I would say we can see if there is a bonus 2-for-1 deal and the one with the worst offenses could go to heaven instead, because I'm sure mine are far worse." My brother was being especially horrible one day, and I had my cousin staying with us. I was about 13 and he was 12. I had had enough of his garbage, so I waited until I knew he was in the bathroom going number 2. When he was in there a few minutes, I set off the smoke alarm with the smoke from a match and started yelling, "Fire! Fire! The kitchen is on fire!" He came barreling out of the bathroom with his pants around his ankles. I was waiting with the Polaroid instant pic camera and took a picture of him sans pants and undies. What made it even funnier is the flash startled him so badly, I got a better bonus pic of him falling head over heels with no pants while my female cousin and I laughed our heads off. Side note, I had to lock myself into the garage until my mom got home from work because he was trying to kill me. Another good one was one of my brothers never combed his hair in the summer and was an especially sound sleeper. I went into his room, and this was the 70s and his hair was long. I methodically made little braids all over his head and tied them with yellow yarn bows. I did his entire head. The huge bonus was in the morning he didn't even look in the mirror and put on his helmet to meet his friend to ride dirt bikes. When he got to his friend's house, he pulled off his helmet and his buddy Stan said, "What is going on? Why do you have all those bows in your hair?" I couldn't believe he didn't even feel them when he put the helmet on. I spent another day locked in the house, making him stay out until my mom came home because he was trying because he wanted to kill me. I decided to attend the funeral yesterday, even though I didn't know anyone, and that felt a little bit awkward. But I just wanted to show Lori how much I truly care about her and that her friendship meant a lot to me. I didn't want to intrude on family conversations, but I did get to meet her brother, and he verified the braid story. I also talked to one of her childhood friends who was as shocked as anyone that Lori was that sick. Another thing I love about her is the way that she expressed herself. As an example, she said, "As I'm cruising around Facebook, I'm truly saddened tonight by the hate my fellow Americans now level at each other. The divide and conquer is so obvious and sad that it is actually painful. What happened to, quote, adulting, to be able to disagree and not attack each other? We do not have to agree. We do have to remind ourselves that the people we are going viciously after are our neighbors, classmates, and humans. If this doesn't stop, it will destroy the entire principles we have built this nation on. Diversity, a mixing of ideas, not being so close-minded that you cannot see the forest from the trees. People just lash out and go for the jugular if anyone that doesn't agree with them, and resort to third-grade tactics of bullying, attacking, and mocking anyone that differs from their own thoughts. Last time I checked, this was America, and we are free to believe and research, fact-find, question, and talk about things with maturity. I see people I've known for years acting in ways I don't even recognize and defending their name-calling and attacks. It's heartbreaking." I agree with her, and I wish people could see more just how much we all have in common with each other. Social media is great in some ways, but it's become a verbal war zone. That's another way she reminded me of my aunt, is she could share her point of view without attacking people. Lori, I just want you to know that I'm thinking about you, and when I went to your service yesterday, so many people agreed that you are such a loving person, and a lot of fun too. I saw that you had said in your yearbook, "If it's bizarre, I dig it." That would explain why you are such a big Irene fan. You have so much to be proud of. You've raised some amazing kids, and your grandchildren are adorable. I'm not going to say rest in peace because I don't think you're resting, but I think you're happy. And I think you're now working to help your family. You're free from pain, and I know they're going to be with you again. Thanks so much for watching, everyone.